What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 44 of my Total Warhammer 3 Valkia the Bloody Immortal Empires campaign. Well, as we saw last time, Valkia attacked the Brass Keep and the full stack plus garrison there, destroying them and thereby finally vassalizing the Fecondites. We don't have, it seems, we don't have Festus on the field yet, but I'm sure he will return and then move southward through the Empire, which will be quite nice, as that's just another faction here that'll help. We are not going to give him Middenheim though, so he will have to be, he'll have to be using essentially one Dark Fortress. Actually, speaking of Middenheim, let's just see here. Unholy Strike and Hideous... Damn, I was thinking about getting some heroes from Mentash's army, but I don't particularly like either one of those. What about Sorcerers? We got Diabolic Splendor. It's not horrible. I was also wondering what else we might want to put in Mentash's army. I did want to get an army with some Poison Wind Mortars, which could work out fairly nicely with the Marauders of Khorne, though of course the Mortars are actually more dangerous, I think, than the Plague Claw Catapults to your own units. All of the Plague Claw Catapults are also quite dangerous. Alternatively, if we take a look at, for example, Naggarond, what do we have here? We have War Hydras, which we could put in this army, although, yeah, we can't put 4, at least not all out of Naggarond's force. I don't know, I'll think about it, but we'll still have to put in a hero. And the reason I was thinking about that was maybe we would use the Chaos Sorcerer Fire rather than Metal. I do like Chaos Familiar better, don't get me wrong. I mean, certainly better than Diabolic Splendor, but nonetheless, I think we probably want to go with Fire for this particular army. It's not, by the looks of it, going to need a ton of armor, so yeah, let's go with Diabolic Splendor. Alrighty. You're gonna need to start leveling, and I would like an Exalted Hero to start training this army, though. If both of you are kind of garbage, maybe we just risk it, get this guy with the Brass Collar of Khorne, and then level him up when needed. Screw it. Let's do that. Just so that they're both in here. And, okay, you can't move right now. How many levels do you need? You only need to be rank 5 to devote to Khorne, so that'll be just fine. Oh. I'm actually hoping that you keep that Eldritch Aura. That would be nice. Both of you will join Mentash and Mentash, since we're keeping, yeah, that'll be fine. We also want to replace these Chaos Warhounds with the Flesh Hounds, but that'll be an eventuality. Anyway, last episode we left off with the Battle of Demohar, Morspig versus ARDRA, full of teeth, right, or full of teeth, rather, right at the end there. So we're going to start the episode off with this, though you may need an upgrade of something. What's the Dark Gods, or of Chaos? Is there anything here that you really need? What do you have in your army again? And the Forsaken and the Spawn of Khorne. So Chaos Vanguard helps Monstrous Strength, would be buffing up the Monstrous units. So let's start going through Monstrous Strength then. And there you go. You have a Sorcerer, you don't have an Exalted Hero, and this is how you're gonna fight. Alrighty, what do we have here? Pyrrhic Victory, as you say. The enemy, however, is in March stance, and ooh, it does have the Crimson Killers, which is great for the enemy. We do somewhat lack armor piercing, but we do have the Aspiring Champions and the Chaos Giant to deal with the Black Orcs, should it come down to it. Lots of trolls on the enemy team, but I think we'll be fine. Let's get to it cinematically.
We shall see!
Alrighty, we shall see indeed. Still way too many non-Forsaken units in this particular army, as in too many of those basic Marauders, but I think we should have this just fine. Chaos Giant does 833 damage a hit. I was wondering about this last episode as to how hard our Giants get, which is pretty good. And it'll probably go up with upgrades and other sort of buffs as well. Plus, if we get a Sorcerer of Metal every time he casts with Metal Shifting, or whatever the passive is, he would increase the damage even further. I think it was 12% unless I'm mistaken. Anyway, setup is pretty darn simple. We have our Forsaken who are acting as, well, pseudo-cav, I guess, or at least flankers, together with the units of Chaos Trolls. We've actually kept the spawn of Khorne in the center here, and because obviously they are unbreakable, and they will fight to the death, but they, well, we shouldn't have them die. They are going to be joining the Marauders as well as the Aspiring Champions and the damage dealers, while the Trolls are going to protect the Forsaken, who are, well, somewhat vulnerable, but they're also going to work together. Plus, they are a lot faster than our Marauders in their movement, so they should be able to get around the enemy and do some stuff. Demohar here, did I say Ventress? Demohar is 65-55, so he's okay, but he's probably not going to be able to defeat the enemy Orc War Boss in a one-on-one, especially if he has help from those heroes. But fortunately, we do have the help of our 3 Manticores, who should be able to deal with that just fine. And here we go, the enemy River Trolls are heading directly toward us, but the Giant is here to head them off and dish out massive amounts of damage. And there we go, and so are the Chaos Spawn and the Aspiring Champions, so, and good luck to those guys. The Manticores unfortunately miss the enemy lord, but do pounce upon him once he tries to run away, and Demohar peels away a little bit to go after the Goblin Rock Lobbers, but they're not really a threat to us right now. Anyway, in addition to that, we have our Forsaken and our Trolls who are working on the flanks, going through the enemy cavalry. We got some Boar Boys as well as some Pump Wagons, I believe, that are getting surrounded and destroyed. And if the enemy wants to commit those Goblin Wolf Archer as well, they're more than welcome to. I can't wait for this army to have more Forsaken. Granted, once again, they're not better than our other options, but they look real nice. For some reason, the Khornate Forsaken feel a lot more glowy. Maybe it's like the lava-like effect that they have, but they feel a lot more glowy than the other Forsaken. Not that the other Forsaken aren't glowy, mind you. Anyway, now we have the Crimson Killers. Wait, these are the... Yeah, these are the Crimson Killers fighting in the center here, but as we can see, they're getting absolutely destroyed. We did commit the Giant, as well as the spawn of Khorne unit, as well as the Aspiring Champions to kill them. Now, unfortunately, it looks like one of our Marauders of Khorne did get chased off. They're unlikely to die, and 70 models remaining is still pretty okay. Our Lord and the 3 Manticores have managed to kill the enemy Warboss, or at least very badly, and beat him up, as well as the Trolls that came to help him out, so it looks like the Manticores, if nothing else, are doing a decent job. We've also managed to break through those Snotling Pump Wagons on the left flank, which means our Forsaken are free to chase around those Error Boys and Goblin Archers, together with whatever other units that we can spare, and just to stop them firing. Looks like the other enemy boss... Wait, what? Why is there another enemy boss here? Oh, it's from the WA. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Well, that thing's also dead. It is probably also going to be a morale shock, but, well, frankly, they're both going to be dead soon. And frankly, this entire army is going to be dead soon. They don't have much left to them. The Crimson Killers are completely surrounded and are fighting units that outclass them at this point. I'd actually like to see how they do in a one-on-one against Chosen of Khorne. With dual axes. Dual axes versus dual axes. That sounds like a fun matchup. Although, of course, it's the Regiment of Renown against non-Regiment of Renown, but I'd still be interested to see. Pump Wagons knocking some of those poor Forsaken around. But that's just fine. And it looks like the battle is just about ours. The enemy Lord has fallen. The Pump Wagons are about to get surrounded and destroyed by the Manticores and the Chaos Trolls. The Crimson Killers are routing, and it looks like the rest of the army should be just about ready to follow suit. There's really not much left on the field that isn't wavering, and there it is. Lovely. A little bit overran by our Forsaken, but not nearly as much as I'd like, because once again, we have too many non-Forsaken, but hopefully after this, especially considering we've essentially had 2 battles in a row here, our Forsaken will have had enough XP to, or our Marauders will have had enough XP to evolve into more Forsaken here. Although once again, I might keep a few around as Chaos Warriors, we'll see. And just to act as a sort of a mainline. The same thing that we do with Harald's army, as he has some shielded Chosen. even though he doesn't technically need them, but sometimes if enemies are going to, they're going to focus on units, I'd rather be tankier units than Forsaken. Alrighty, fun little fight, if fairly easy and tactically kind of obvious. Let's see about the damage. Though the Forsaken did pretty darn decent, but on par with some of the units of regular Marauders. I was impressed with the relative usefulness of the Chaos Feral Manticores as units that I generally don't like, but they certainly helped out in killing the enemy lord and then isolating and killing other units, so good job to them. Now we are in unfriendly territory, so I guess we're going to enslave the captives. Obviously the army dies because it is in march stance. And I do have to wonder if there's any other enemies nearby. Though the Gates of Zar are here, which means the Tower of Gorgoth is nearby as well, which I do believe is a territory that we can claim a Dark Fortress at. Let's put you into raiding stance. Put you near the Gates of Zar. It doesn't look like there's any enemy armies nearby, and I just realized we're not actually at war with Imrik. Though that'll soon change. I'm actually a little bit shocked that Imrik doesn't like us more. He doesn't appreciate the aversion, or he has a massive aversion to us, but interestingly enough, we're fighting a lot of the factions that he's fighting. You'd think he'd like that a little bit more, but apparently not. Oh well, with that I believe we're done everything that needs to be done this turn, and we're ready to end the turn and hope that Azag here attacks us. I just want to double check one thing. Do we have any place here that can actually generate money? No, these are all basic territories, right? As in, there's no Dark Fortresses here. I was just wondering if I had forgotten a Dark Fortress somewhere and that we could use. Do you need points spent? It looks like you only have the 1 point, so it does not look like it. Actually, you don't have Chaos Vanguard. But I guess you do. You're Sorcerer. You know what? Your Sorcerer maybe could use some stuff. I do like the Flaming Sword of Ruin, so let's get that up and running. And then you have Hearts of Iron. I don't think we want to waste the point on Voice of the Dark Gods. The Flesh Hounds. Are we able to buff up the Flesh Hounds? Savage Bloodlust. Wait, does Savage Bloodlust buff them? Huh. Non-demonic Cavalry. Non-demonic War Beast Monstrous and Monster units. Wait, what exactly buffs up Flesh Hounds? I'm not so sure. They are melee units, but I'm not entirely sure whether this counts them. Huh. Weird. Oh, right, I think I was gonna double check that at some point, but then I promptly forgot to do so. I gotta try to remember to double check that. Anyway, let's end the turn. Let's see if Azag falls for this. We can get something up and running here. Foster cults, I guess. Though we're probably gonna trade all this away, and ooh, actually, that reminds me. You know what? Let's send Throt here, or Throt's little army. Oh, I was gonna have him occupy Kappelberg, but now I'm thinking... And we don't want to waste 10 money on this, do we? Or 10 passive income. 10 allegiance, that's the word I'm looking for. It would be kind of a waste. Yeah, fine. Let's ignore it and let's hope that he occupies some of the stuff himself. I was hoping that he would do it without prompting, but apparently not. Another commandment. Alright, fine. Get more foster cults there, not that we need it. And Azag. Moment of truth for you, buddy. Hopefully the camera doesn't go all over the place since we have a lot of vassals right now. Eataine, Avalorn, Ivrescend. You are going to attack where? Aquitaine. Okay, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. We don't care about Aquitaine. It's not Aquitaine that matters, it is the Bordelot territory that matters. Our allies can have this. It feels so strange not to care about any of these territories. Icket, what you want? You're gonna end our military access agreement. Are you sure about that, buddy? Are you sure you want to go that route? A lot of other factions have done similar things, and let's just say it hasn't ended so well for them. Yeah, Sylvania still has a sliver of balance of power remaining, so maybe they can actually get a proper army up and running and still try to reclaim some territory, who knows. Anybody else here? Anybody else important? Ah, yes, Hockland is going to attack. Ah, don't tell me. We really gotta fight the... Okay, fine, we're gonna manually fight this super quickly. There was no way that we needed to actually fight this. I was more interested in what Azag was doing than this. And I mean, way more interested. Well, this really should have been auto-resolvable. But at the very least, he actually attacked rather than sieging. It would have been much more irritating if he had wasted our time and sieged the place. Alrighty, you guys blob up nicely like so. We'll put the trolls among you like so and like so. Good, and then obviously you're going to be in the center. You can go duel the enemy lord, group 2, group 1, and then we can set you guys up here. And you know what, just put them all here. There we go. All you, group 3, stay in the woods. Wait until their enemy is engaged and then charge their archers and stuff. Alrighty, group 2, group up and attack. You get ready to move forward, speed up the battle. You guys can move up here. And... alright, so back down to normal, you head out towards the enemy lord, and fast moving units get ready to hit the enemy back lines. Turn off skirmish mode, turn on melee mode. And we're probably going to take a little bit of damage to our marauders due to the enemy range fire, especially as these are dual weapon marauders, but by charging forward at least we can force the enemy away. Pop that heroic killing blow, activate Deathbringer, and start killing the enemy lord. Alrighty, if you can get through. And the enemy range units are running, the battle lines are joined. You guys go, go, go. And let's go here, here, and here. Good. Doesn't really matter which units attack which enemies, because they're all going to be dead shortly. And I guess we can just watch the rest of this. I do so enjoy armored trolls destroying stuff. Plus, I suppose the... these maps with the green fields and stuff, they're all not very dark, so we can see what's happening, which is also always nice. Oh, also these colors are so festive on Hockland that we... oh, damn. Great airtime on those units. Yeah, retreat, retreat, friendos. Oh, we should probably chase everybody down or else they'll come back, won't they? You're gonna make us work for your deaths, aren't you? Alright, fine, 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 fine. Who needs chasing? Okay, there's the victory. But the chasing still needs to happen. Alright, so we need to separate all the fast movers. Ah, couldn't quite get that, that sort of Khorne up and running in time. You, chase this down. Trolls are quite quick, so you should be chasing as well. Aha, chase down that unit of spears, please. You can stay here. You chase the spears. Trolls give chase as well. Alrighty, it looks like everybody's chasing something. You know what? How about this? Will this hit them? Hopefully it doesn't hit our units. It's a long casting time. Alright, not bad. They're still alive, but it's not a good life. You kill those crossbows, though they're basically done as well. Somebody needs to be chasing down these spears. Trolls, that's you. Other trolls, chase this unit. You guys need to chase this. Looks like the enemy lord has fallen as well. The doggos, I think, will catch that unit, but we can send you elsewhere. I'm just going to take a little bit of time to actually properly chase everything down so that we don't have to fight it all again. Alright, go chase this down, please. And, alright. I see doggos not moving. How dare you, doggos? Come on now. And these doggos are done. Good. Alright, looks like everybody, nearly everybody's done. There's still one full HP, well, not full HP, but unit with some things alive. And that's up here. Be nice to send a doggo unit up there. I'm sure it's fine. Alright, you guys are done, yes? Alrighty, so catch this. And same with all of you. Well, I'm willing to bet this army ain't coming back now. Ah, we could have dropped a sword on him, but I think it's no longer necessary. One unit left, which means we're good. Seriously, how was that not auto-resolvable? That's 28 losses and basically at max speed at that. And it's not like we did anything tactically fancy. And just directly running into the enemy range fire, too. Also, I noticed that, I guess they kept a couple of their archer units or a couple of their crossbow units in the melee line, because it felt like only 3 backed off, which is why we charged 3. Alright, and that I believe will destroy the Hockland faction for good as well. Huh, not a bad amount of souls for that. You can heal... Wow, 750 souls for that? Huh. You know what, get the souls then. 750 is pretty good. Alrighty, and I take it Azag has moved and in fact did not move where he wanted us to. Damn, our ambush must have gotten foiled. Yeah, it got foiled, and he went over here. Damn it, man. What are you doing? Come back here. At least we stayed in our own territory, but, yeah. Alright, ally mobilizes. Okay, allies mobilizing all over the place, so we just barely can't reach Azag. Sacrifice to Mathlan, ambush foiled Ventress. Yeah, I know. And Rel, your ambush also got foiled, which means Kemmler ran away. Like a little coward. Well, that's unfortunate. Faction destroyed Hockland. Yeah, path to glory for Mentash Malthus Dire. And there's that Infernal Mark to a little bit of campaign movement range, which will help out. Now, what do we research next? I did potentially want Slaves to Darkness, just for the allied recruitment cost. And yeah, it's not bad. And we do want to get Culling of the Week as well. In fact, maybe Culling of the Week is the way to go. Construction time, 20% for all buildings. Melee attack for Warhounds and Feral Manticores would be very nice as well. Not that all of these things don't take only a couple turns anyway. You know what, let's get Unchained Beasts. Since we're using 3 Feral Manticores, I'd like to get those Gore Feast upgrades for them. And I guess we'll ignore Carrick Ziflin for now. I kind of wanted the dyes there, but I no longer remember what dyes do for us. And I don't know whether we have dyes anywhere. And frankly, I'm kind of too lazy to check. Also, you're about to take Yeti Peak, but we'll take it before you do. And we'll give it to you anyway. Alright, auto-resolve this. And occupy it.
We'll kick you out.
Nice. Lots of free territory for Dolgan. And I swear I'll actually give it to them at some point. Also, where is Village going, I wonder? I wonder if we can catch him with Kailas here. Also, ooh, we got a Dragon Ogre available. Well, isn't that just lovely? Troll, go away.
Prove your worth.
Not that I don't love you, trolls, but this is a Dragon Ogre army. Also, are we actually able to get those Summoners of Rage up and running? I hate how the game doesn't display whether you can or you can't. Ah, okay, we need a lord that can. Okay, there's one here. Yes, we can. Okay, beautiful. Can we? Oh man, 3 eagles. I was gonna have you kill this, but I don't think it's actually possible anymore. We might have to have the orcs here take this out for us, or maybe these guys. Somebody. Okay, well, if we can get the Summoners of Rage, that means this army can get those in there as well. Now, who do we take out? I did want to get another Dragon Ogre Shaggoth in here, which we still don't have available, and we won't until the Eye of the Gods is open once more. Though that'll be soon. Next turn, I think. I guess we get rid of one of you. Alright, farewell to you, my friend.
Only the mightiest are worthy.
And say hello to the Summoners of Rage. We still need a Sorcerer here. Alright, I guess we're gonna make a Sorcerer at the Challenge Stone then. Hideous Visage, no, let's go with the Chaos Familiar. And I would like you to get an Exalted here. Not that it's super necessary in this army, mind you. But the Lore of Metal would really be quite nice for the Dragon Ogres. Yeah, let me just need to figure out what to replace here. Well, obviously the Giant's becoming a Dragon Ogre, but then we can get 2 Sorcerers, or a Sorcerer and a Exalted Hero here Or we could just skip the Exalted Hero, because we're kind of having a tough time getting them on the field. Anyway, let's see what else we got to do this turn. Valkia, you were heading out to this Empire territory. Carl is back there as well. Alright, fine, go there then.
On the warpath.
I'm willing to bet they'll run. And there's no way they actually try to stay and fight Valkia. They'd be insane too. Although, where will he run? To Hama? Maybe he'll fight him in the field? Or maybe he'll try to hold here. He does have some nice stuff. I'd love for a nice big battle for Valkia as well. Mentash, you could probably take Talabayam. And we'd have to fight it manually, though the game probably wouldn't let us fight it standard style. Upgrade this, you cannot upgrade, and oh. We can start upgrading these guys now. No, wait, they need to be tier 5. So not quite yet. Though, I'm tempted. You know what, let's think about this. I'm gonna leave this for now. Tempted to get a few more units in there. You could take Fort Bergbris, can't you? You might actually have to work for... Well, then again... We actually have to bother fighting this? I do have to wonder. You know what, siege it for now. But I'd like to hold the fort so that we have the ability to go to Marienburg. Almost tempted to just auto-resolve this. Yeah, I know it's a fort, but we've seen Rel take like 10 territories of Bretonnians, even with a full stack in there, and it really wasn't any kind of problem. There isn't even a full stack here. I just don't think this is a battle that's worth our time. And if there's no enemy army, like no good full stack nearby, probably not worth the effort. Yeah, you know what, let's just auto-resolve Fort Bergbris. A little bit of damage, but frankly, yeah, we can do better. Occupy the place, and actually don't know what happens when Chaos takes forts. Fortified Chaos Altar. So we can just build the Dark Bulwark here, but I guess it'll get at least some... oh, you can actually build the tower projectiles upgraded. Oh, that's not bad. That means there is a reason to actually hold these forts. Oh, nice, and then I guess we will actually be holding them then, rather than allowing our allies to do so. Bell cargo. I was hoping that was a mysterious island where we could go, but oh well. Anyway, Harald, you are going to the shrine here. I don't know where that army of Blue Vipers went. Where are they going? Where are you going? Why aren't you going to save yourselves? Okay, well, now you just lost the Shrine of Sotek. Oh, and we can find out what the dies do here. No, we can't. Or can we? Wait. I'll resolve this, obviously, because it's trash. Occupy the place. I'm not going to bother subjugating this garbage little tribe. And hey, Harald has perfect vigor now. I didn't realize he didn't have it. Huh. What I want to see... Leadership 5 for Marauder Horseman. Okay, yeah, we don't care about dies. I can see why. We're going to be trading at the very least... the Chaos Wharf. I'm kind of tempted to keep the Cultist Camp a little bit for the casualty replenishment trade, as several of our armies are hurt. But there we go. Now that you, Harald, have taken all this, looks like you're moving down to fight the Hunts Marshal's expedition. I could be wrong, but I feel like defeating Wolfheart in battle gives you missile resistance, which we can always use more of. Also, maybe if we take some nice territories, we can force vassalize Rakarth there. Also, Bone Rattlers. Still no one that become vassal, eh? That's quite close at 15. Yeah, if we can give him a settlement. Yeah, but we have to give him a settlement that he actually likes. So this is up to 10. He doesn't want Essen. He doesn't really want Great Skull Lakes. And he doesn't really want the Falls of Doom. What about if we join war against Krakadrin? Oh, that's better. Oh, that's real close. 4.6, eh? Wait. That's 4.6. I think there's probably no difference between this and 50k. 6. Okay, fine. There's a slight difference. All right, we'll hold off on it. If he loses his main army, it'll definitely happen. Maybe he'll attack, or maybe he'll run. He is healing up, so there's a good chance he'll actually fight this. And we should probably upgrade all these Marauders as well to Chaos Warriors with dual weapons. I mean, they'll lose their veterancy, but they'll be better in every other way, so yeah, why not? Do we just go for all Chaos Warriors with dual weapons, or do we get some shielded ones? I don't... Nah. No need for the shields. Shields are for the weak. Unless the shields are made of axes, which you can bash people with. Alrighty, and it looks like we have one poor little marauder remaining here. I'd actually like an exalted hero in this army as well. But otherwise, this army is probably fine to be dealing with most of this. The trolls may be a little bit of an issue, but otherwise I think that they can handle it. Anyway, let's keep going here. We're nearly out of time, unfortunately, but since Azag did not oblige us with a battle, we'll have to take what we've got. Let's take Mordheim, I think. Nah, take Mordheim. You're here anyway. And then we'll be poised to attack Griffinwood next turn. Close victory. No, it isn't. Don't lie. Oh, wow. Okay, that did a lot more damage to our army than I thought. Which is not great, because Draika has a near full stack, but she's still gonna be too scared to attack Golgast. There's no way she attacks him.
You're overruled.
Even at half HP, his pile of Chaos Warriors with dual weapons is still too mighty. I am kind of curious as to when we can switch these guys to Chosen, though. Rank 7, and they're getting there. And they're getting there. If they had training from an Exalted Champion, they certainly would have been there already. Can we reach Griffinwood in one turn? It looks like we can. Alrighty, so that'll be a nice cinematic battle for next episode at least. Since, well, if Azag once again does not oblige us. Also, let's head Demohar here to the Gates of Zar. Take them over, and then hopefully we can attack the Tower of Gorgoth up in next turn. Oh! Grimcore is here again. That's funny. I'll resolve this, though. There's no need to fight it. And we got an Armor of Destiny for you. Very nice. Oh, wow, the Manticore nearly died. Do we set? No, I don't even feel like sacking it. There we go, and you actually hadn't defeated Grimgore before. I didn't realize that. Well, that's a nice pickup for you, my friend. And you got that Perfect Vigor. Very, very nice. You do not, however, need that Chariot. I'm going to remove that from you immediately, because that's a liability. Are you able to go to Khorne now? Yeah, you are. And I don't like Evil Eyeball, so let's go Khorne immediately. Just gotta make sure that we give you Chaos Vanguard back. Alright, let's see what you got out of that. We got Iron Skin, very nice pickup, buddy. That means you're staying in this form. We have Slayer of Champions, which gives you trophy heads, which is kind of garbage because we already have access to trophy heads. Soul Harvester is okay, and Unbreakable is okay. Yeah, this guy turned out to be a pretty okay lord. Lovely. Back to this stuff you go. Chaos Vanguard, Hearts of Iron, and Rampant Destroyer, and Unflinching Soldiers. Lovely. And then we'll just have to decide whether we attack the Tower of Gorgoth, or we move upwards and maybe take Howling Rock and then immediately try to trade it back to Azag. I'm willing to bet that for that he'd be willing to vassalize, especially if his main army dies. Alrighty, well, I guess we're basically out of time, so I think we'll have to find out next time whether the vassalization is a possibility, but I'm willing to bet that it is. In addition to that, we'll continue moving Kailas Malphasdire up here to hopefully fight Village. Valkia might be able to get to Karl and amass a battle next episode as well, which looks pretty darn fun. And, well, there's lots of stuff for Rel to do, so we'll see if he can't fight Kemler or whatever the heck's around there as well. So stay tuned for all that. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.